spark of a lie, fanned by fear and suspicion, can burn down a community, leaving ashes and regret. It isn't just an old devil talk in funny hats. It's a timeless warning, a playbook for how societies collapse from the inside out. Not from monsters outside, but from people turning on each other. Miller wrote it as a mirror to his time and ours. Let's get into the plot. It starts in strict, deeply religious Salem, Massachusetts, in 1692. Reverend Parris finds his daughter Betty, his niece Abigail, and girls caught dancing in the woods, with Tituba by the fire, chanting, "Scandalous in Puritan Salem." By morning, Betty won't wake. Rumors of witchcraft fly. Parris, fearing for his reputation, tries to shut it down. But the gossip train has left the station. Enter Reverend Hale, an expert on witchcraft, certain he can prove the devil's work. Under pressure and fearing a whipping, Tituba confesses to save herself and starts naming names. Abigail seizes the moment. The girls gain power to accuse anyone. They're treated like saints by the court. They point. People are arrested. Elizabeth Proctor becomes a target. Her husband John is a respected farmer. John had an affair with Abigail. She wants Elizabeth gone. John confesses the affair, but Elizabeth, trying to protect him, denies it. Now, the main man, John Proctor. He's flawed, honest, stubborn, a farmer with a conscience. He distrusts Reverend Parris, too fond of salary and gold candlesticks. But he carries a secret, his affair with Abigail, poisoning his marriage. He hesitates to expose the lies. If he speaks, his sin surfaces. He hopes the madness burns out. It doesn't. When Elizabeth is accused, Proctor acts. He brings Mary Warren to testify the girls are faking. When that fails, he confesses adultery to expose Abigail's motive. Condemned to hang, he's offered life if he signs a lie. They'll nail it to the church, using his name to justify more deaths. He refuses, because it is my name. He chooses honor over life. A tragic, powerful stand for truth. If Proctor is the flawed hero, Abigail Williams is the brilliant, terrifying villain. 17, orphaned, beautiful, clever, and dangerously manipulative. Witness to violence, she learned survival. She was fired after an affair with Proctor. Bitter, jealous, convinced John belongs with her. Caught dancing, she flips the script, becomes a holy accuser. In court, she orchestrates visions and attacks anyone who doubts her. She frames Elizabeth with a poppet and a needle, a master performer who reads fear and plays it. She knows the judges crave witches and the town simmers with grudges. She creates a world where her lies are truth and dissent is devilry. When ruin sets in, she vanishes. Stolen money, broken lives. Death in her wake, no consequences. Abigail turns fear into absolute power. Two religious leaders, Reverend Parris and Reverend Hale. Parris is paranoid, greedy, more about reputation and salary than souls. He pushes Tituba to confess, not for truth, but to deflect blame. He champions the trials to secure power and purge opponents. Hale is different, learned, sincere, convinced he serves God. At first he lends authority, pressures confessions, questions Tituba. Then he sees the pious accused, Rebecca Nurse, Elizabeth, and doubts grow. When Proctor brings evidence, Hale realizes the court protects itself. not justice. Horrified, he quits the court. He returns broken, begging prisoners to lie and live. A tragic arc, from crusader to disillusioned witness. Paris protects power. Hale seeks truth, then faces its cost. Authority can save or destroy, depending on conscience. At its core, The Crucible is about the infectious nature of fear. Fear spreads like a virus, fast, irrational, corrosive. It begins with one person and infects a whole community. Logic, reason, and moral compasses collapse. In Salem, fear of the unknown, of the devil, ignites panic. Illness becomes proof of witchcraft. Supernatural fear morphs into social fear, of being accused. Suddenly, it could be your neighbor, a vendor, your own spouse. Standards of evidence vanish. A scream of your name is enough. Paranoia turns friends into threats. Leaders fear looking weak. After a few hangings, they can't admit error. In this upside-down world, to live you must lie and name others. Those who hold the truth, Rebecca Nurse, John Proctor, are hanged. A town rewards liars, the greedy, the vengeful, and destroys the virtuous. If fear is fuel, the hunger for power is the engine. Power shifts from ministers and judges to a circle of teenage girls. Their words decide life and death. Children once unseen become the center of the universe. For Abigail, revenge. For others, escape from a narrow life. Deputy Governor Danforth embodies absolute legal power and won't be questioned. He signed death warrants. Admitting error means innocent blood. Proctor denies the court validation by refusing a false confession. He reclaims the only power that matters, integrity. Titles don't grant truth. Courage to hold your truth, that's real power. Ultimately, the struggle for truth is a struggle against corrupt power. To get The Crucible, remember its mirror. McCarthyism. Miller used 1692 to talk about the 1950s Red Scare. Hearsay, rumor, guilt by association. Careers destroyed. Committees pressured people to name names. An echo of Salem. Actors, writers, directors, teachers, blacklisted overnight. Miller himself refused to name names like his hero Proctor. The Crucible never leaves, it just changes its name. Public shaming, mob mentality, cancel culture, now digitized. A tweet, a clipped video, an unverified claim can end a life in hours. Anonymous accusers act as judge, jury, and executioner. When institutions protect themselves over truth, injustice blooms. Would you stand against a mob? What is your good name worth? Would you lie to live or die for integrity? Die. Salem's Panic. McCarthy's Blacklist. Today's Pile-ons. Same human flaws. Proctor's Final Choice makes the play endure. Holding your truth is the most powerful rebellion. A just society needs courageous individuals. That lesson never gets old. Key themes: fear's contagion, abuse of authority, integrity over survival. Next time a public panic rises, ask, facts or fear? Courage or convenience? Thanks for watching. If this helped, share it with a classmate. Sources: public domain archives and educational resources. Stay curious.